I'm Jack Wright. I'm going to demonstrate how you should serve red wine by the glass in a hot climate. We're here in San Antonio. It's almost 100 degrees out here. And we have an ice bucket here with cold water in there. We have some red wine. Put it in the ice bucket. And given the correct amount of time in this ice bucket, you should be able to get the wine down to about 55 degrees, which I think is ideal. And it's always going to be colder at the bottom of the bottle than it is at the top. So what I usually do is put the cork back in, or if I can't do that, I put my thumb over it and invert the bottle so that the cold wine at the bottom rises up to the top and the hot wine at the bottom goes to the bottom, and you get a good equalization of temperature inside the bottle. So this is a quartino. It's half of a half carafe. The shoulder of this quartino is 6 ounces. So I think if a customer goes into a restaurant and orders a red wine by the glass, they should receive it in a quartino like this. Of course, this quartino is 100 degrees, like the temperature that we're in right now. So if the customer receives their red wine poured up to the shoulder, that is a standard pour of 6 ounces. So the customer knows how much wine they got, because glasses can have multiple shapes and you can fool the customer into thinking that they have more wine than they actually have. So the advantage of serving it in this quartino is you serve it to the customer, quartino, empty glass. The customer can then splash a small amount into the empty glass, swirl it around, and then oxidize the tannins to relax the tannins in the red wine down to the level that is necessary to make it enjoyable. Because if you poured the whole amount of red wine, a 6 or 7 ounce pour, into this glass, there's no way that you can swirl that to oxidize the tannins. And so the advantage to the customer is they can continue to splash more red wine into the glass and enjoy it at the level of tannin that the customer wants. So if the bottle gets too cold, you take it out of the bucket, you put it out here. It will require constant monitoring to make sure that it doesn't get too hot. But if it gets too hot, put it back in the ice bucket and do the inversion procedure.